Hello, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? This is Force with some more Destiny Dance Party. Okay, I'm all done. No, what we're gonna be doing here today is I'm gonna be showing you through some of the exploration mode here in Destiny. So let me sort of briefly explain to you how this works. This zone or area that we're in is known as Old Russia, and when you first start playing the game, you're going through these single-player story missions, and they're relatively linear. Your hand is sort of held in terms of where you're supposed to go, and you know, you've got your objectives. You're going through a lot of times a lot of tight spaces, corridored areas where there's a lot of stuff that's sort of blocked off to you, but that is not the case once you unlock exploration mode, and it's fairly early on. The first exploration mode that we get access to is actually available once you hit level 4, which, you know, that's not even gonna take an hour. Maybe an hour to 2 hours to hit level 4 with your first character. It's a relatively quick process. So you start off, you're going through, you're doing your single player story missions, and again, you're sort of in a tight area with corridor shooting and clear objectives. But exploration mode takes all of those missions that you initially do in this zone, it sort of links them all together, opens everything up, and then there's a lot more available on top of what you originally see in the story mode area. So I can just sort of take you around, show you some stuff. Those first NPCs that we were killing over there, those were only level 2. Very easy for me as my character here is level 8. In fact, I can show you some character information here. So this is my level 8 Titan. I've got a variety of, you know, I've got my special abilities that I've unlocked so far, such as my explosive grenade. Oh, we got someone shooting at me right now. What the heck? Who is it? Who is it? Who wants to mess, huh? What are you? You're level 3? You seriously gonna do this? You seriously wanna? Okay, well, whatever, dude. There you go. Couple headshots, take care of business. Let's crouch down. Maybe no one will hit me if I crouch down. So yeah, I've got level 8 Titan here. I've unlocked a few of the different abilities. We've got our explosive grenade that will disorient enemies. I also have access to this one, which will sort of periodically pulse, but I really like the disorient one, so that's the one we'll take. We've got the double jump here and increased jump height. We've got the our ultimate Fist of Havoc, which smashes a lot of damage on the ground, and we're actually just about to unlock Aftermath, which will leave an area damage on the ground as well. We've got our super fist pump that does a lot of damage, Titan focus, recovery, and toughness, increase leap distance of Fist of Havoc, and then we've got training focused on all attributes. I don't even freaking know what that means. I don't even know what that's supposed to do, but it's something. So yeah, even though we're capped at level 8, you can actually still progress your abilities, which is neat. And here's some of here's my weapons and stuff right now. I've got a scout rifle main, sniper rifle secondary. I also have some options if I wanted a shotgun or one of these fusion rifles here, which are kind of neat. I don't like them that much, though. I also got some level gated stuff that I can't use yet because, again, the beta is locked at level 8. My heavy weapon is a rocket launcher. I also have a machine gun that I could get access to, and here's some of my gear. You'll notice stats like plus strength here, plus strength there. These stats will alter your abilities. So more intellect will reduce the cooldown of my Fist of Havoc. More discipline will decrease the cooldown of my grenades, and what more strength does is reduces the cooldown of my Storm Fist. So that's my punching. That's my like charged up punch essentially. Notice like there's like a little lightning with my fist there. It goes really quickly, but there's some lightning attached to it. And when I punch someone with that while it's off cooldown, it just basically blows them up. It's like a one shot. Okay, so let's just explore. I'd like to sort of just take you around a little bit. And, you know, just sort of show you what there is to see. We can, you know, we can do fun stuff too. Like we can launch off things. In fact, there's a little, you know, this will be fun. Let's go over here. I'm gonna launch off this thing. Okay, ready? Yeah, charge up our Sparrow here. And yes, beautiful, beautiful. And we'll see if there's anyone in here. Is there anyone in here? Oh, look at this. Oh, some level 7 characters, so that's a little bit more on par. This area has a wide variety of enemies, and it basically coincides with what you... Ooh, there's a dead ghost here. These are essentially collectibles that you can find, and you save them. Ghost are the characters as a ghost hunter. So the ghost is like the character that follows me around and gives me tips and advice. In fact, it's this character here in my left hand. That's a ghost. So we found a dead ghost and we revived it and whatnot. I'm gonna drop down in this pit. Okay. I don't know why I wanted to do that, but we could. We could, so we did. So when you're in exploration mode, not only can you go around and, you know, go to wherever, because it's basically opening up the entire zone that were all those piecemeal story missions. But there's also these little objectives that you can complete. Now, why would you want to even go through exploration mode? Well, it allows you to get currency. It's a good way to pick up equipment because you can just get drops off of characters that you kill. But then there's also these little quests here. So these little flashing beacons you will find, and I can pick up any one of these. All these nearby I can go up to and interact. But typically, well, these will all give you a little mission, whether it be scout an area, collect debris off of enemies, or just kill enemies. But it will give you missions for the specific area that you're in. Now, these NPCs that I'm right next to, they're still, you know, they're not really my level. So if I can pick up those quests right now, but it's going to give me quests to kill these level 3 characters. And you can see some of them, you know, they don't all go down in one shot. Some of them are still, ooh, even I got an upgrade here. Let's take a look at that. Some of them do still take some shooting to go through, but it's still relatively easy. I'd like to go to a higher level area. All right, so here's the aftermath that we unlocked. So now we get, when we do our alternate ability, we'll get some area, some damaging area left on the ground. So I'd like to show you something, I'd like to show you an area with enemies that are sort of more my level, as it were. So we're gonna run through here, and if you have played or if you've seen any of the single player missions, this area will actually look incredibly familiar to you because this is an area that you go through when you're doing the single player campaign. Kill that guy. There's a story mission campaign, and this is actually a really neat zone, part of the map. That's why I wanted to show you. So the entire exploration mode map is pretty huge, to be honest. Like, there's a lot of area to explore. And the best way for me to sort of explain to you what it is to just think of any zone in an MMO. I hit that thing back there multiple times. Think of any zone in an MMO. That's the equivalent of what this is, what the exploration thing is. Ah! Punch those guys. Look at this. They're level 3 and they still do. Again, it's still they still do decent amounts of damage. I don't know exactly how they handle like the scaling and whatnot. But if you're not, like, I'm playing Wicked Sloppy right now because I figure out the level 3 characters, but you can see they got my health down. They could have killed me if I just continue to dilly-dally. All right, so what are these guys doing? All right, there's a huge war here between the Fallen and I think they're called the Swarm or something. I don't know. Not the Flood because that's Halo. Let's go ahead and jump in with our ultimate here. Just land down. Bam, bunch of AoE damage. Kind of crazy. And did we kill the Warlock? That Warlock's from the moon. He was from the moon, but then they took out that line of dialogue because everyone thought it was cheesy. I really liked it, though. I thought it was neat. It was funny. It was quirky. That's good. Quirky's not bad. Trust me, I know. Alright, I might want to... Am I getting shot by an invisible person? I think I am. There are like cloaked characters in this game. Watch out for those freaking beams of lightning. So when I first started playing Destiny, one concern that I did have was that it felt very corridor in those story missions. But as soon as I went in exploration mode, and again, you're going to see me run around here for a good, I don't know, this video I guess will be like 15 or 20 minutes. You'll see me run around here for a good 15, 20 minutes. And you won't even see everything. Like, you won't even... Oh, I love it. Oh, physics in video games. I mean, it's really gruesome and whatnot, but that is friggin' hilarious, is it not? Look at the boot caught in the ceiling. And that poor... I don't even know what to say. So yeah, we're gonna go through here and you're gonna see me do everything that we're doing throughout the course of this video. And you will not see but a fraction of everything that's available in this zone. In fact, we've just come out to the opposite side now. You can see now we've got level 5 characters, and basically the further we go in, the higher level characters we get. There's eventually characters on par, my level, level 8, and then there's characters that are like level 20 plus. They're actually double question marks for me. I don't even know exactly what level they are, but I think they have to be like, I don't know, something like double my level for me to not actually see what their level is. But and this is just one zone. And that's a really cool thing. Like, I really hope, I think whether or not this game is super successful, well, this game's obviously going to sell well, right? There's no question about that. But whether or not it's successful in the eyes of a lot of players will come down to how much content there is. And while the story missions revisiting the same areas may get pretty monotonous, I think once people go through exploration mode, they're going to see some really neat stuff. And that's why, again, that's what I've I've really come to enjoy that particular aspect of this game, because the story mode missions they're pretty linear, you know, and we have plenty of linear shooters, but it opening up an exploration mode is really exciting to me, and I really hope they have a lot of areas that are like this as we progress through the game. I mean, I'm assuming they will, because it makes sense. This is what I think a lot of people are gonna come to this game for. While you'll get the story through those individual missions, and that's neat, you know, we'll see how the story is. The wizards from the moon, there's bad guys, there's the darkness creeping in. I mean, there's a lot of like just sort of, I heard the guys at the Giant Bomb cast phrase this as just sort of like the generic sci-fi bad, you know, the darkness is creeping in and we have to fight it back with orbs of light. Like, come on, man, it's kind of cheesy, right? But but that aside, I think a lot of people are hoping from this game to get more of an open experience, and exploration mode does get, I mean, look, I keep walking around, we keep going to new areas, and there's more and more and more and more, and that's just in this one little slice that they've shown us here in the beta. So I really do hope that there's eventually a ton more. That's what I really do hope. All right, I'd like to show you a mission, but again, I'd like to do that in an air. Good driving, bro. I'd like to do. Oh no! No! There are out of bounds, and you just witnessed me walk into some of the out of bounds. So we're gonna have to respawn. I'd like to do a mission. I'd like to show you a mission, but I would like to do that in an area that has characters of my level, because I think that'll be more interesting for you to watch. So I'm gonna go to one of those areas. Let's do that. All right, so here we are back at the start. This is where we began the video, and we initially went left and headed in that direction. This time though, I'm going to go right, and in this vicinity, we've got some level 8+ enemies that we can fight, and I think that'll be a great place to do some missions. So we're just gonna run through here and out to the other side, and it'll be exciting. I'm excited. I'm excited to see the potential of Destiny. Destiny. Did I say density? I'm excited to see the potential of this game, and the one thing that they've definitely got is just some very sound gameplay. I've mentioned this in prior videos covering the game. The shooting is fantastic, and yes, it's a console shooter for all of you PC hardcore players who refuse to play anything else but one platform for some reason. Apparently that makes people cool. It's so weird. I consider myself a PC gamer, but I'm not averse to playing games on other platforms. That's a mindset that kind of baffles me. Self-limiting, I don't understand why people would want to limit themselves from experiences. But tangent aside, as a console shooter, the gameplay is very, very sound. It is fundamentally very well put together. The content, as I've talked about earlier, the content will be the biggest thing. How much they deliver, how versatile it is. And one thing I will say that people have brought up in the past is, you know, the weapons in this game, they're pretty straightforward. There's nothing super fancy. I know a lot of times this game is compared to Borderlands, but I think it's compared to Borderlands more for the RPG elements than it is for the crazy weapon variety, because the weapon variety, it's just not, there isn't much. There's not much weapon variety at all. It's straightforward. You've got, let me show you basically almost all the weapons that are in the game. You've got our scout rifles. Besides scout rifles, you've got sniper rifles, shotgun, fusion rifles. These are the only 3 types of secondary weapons. The primary weapons, I think there's 2 others you can have. There's like a revolver, and then there's more of an automatic weapon. And then for the 3rd weapons, you get rocket launchers and machine guns. But, I mean, that's basically it. Like, I just explained to you all the different weapon types. Now, the weapons, they will level up and stuff, and you can get special bonuses from them. Things like increased, I want to try to shoot him in the eye, it's more damage. You can get, like, increased attack damage and faster reloading. You can basically modify your weapons. The special ones, the green and higher rarity ones, they will level up as you use them, and you'll get sort of better at them. Okay, so you can see we're finally here in a level 8 area, level 8+ actually, because there's a level 9 character here. The knights have a lot of health, and notice it just takes a bit more to down them, basically. Okay, dude, what do you put down your shield? Thank you. What do you get? Come on. All right, so now that we're here, let me show you some of these missions. Let me show you some of these level 8 missions. So what we will do is we will go ahead and bring this up and we'll try to grab one nearby. Okay, so there's a mission right over here. And this will be a collection style mission. And you can notice there's a symbol. So let's put this up so that there's a symbol that's for collection. And there's different symbols for different things like collection, combat, retrieve, gather information, things like that.
We want to help you, Guardians. We are offering rewards for the tools of our enemies. Mission parameters encrypted.
Okay, so we need to pick up docking caps off of the enemies. So we basically kill enemies, they'll drop docking caps, we pick them up. I mean, it's pretty straightforward stuff. That's why I really didn't focus on it much in this video. If people were like Force, it took you so long took you so long to show us the missions in exploration mode. It's very straightforward stuff. There's nothing crazy cool about it. And really what I wanted to show you is just, this has all been one area, no loading screens, like everything we've seen so far. And again, you've only seen basically a fraction of what there is to see. Now, beyond basic enemies and killing things and doing these quests like this collection quest that I'm doing now, although I haven't found anything for it, I'm not just gonna sit here and do this quest while you guys watch or whatever. It's not, you really want to see me do a quest? I mean, you've seen quests before. You understand quests, right? You know what quests are. I'm going to kill things. They're going to drop some stuff. I'm going to collect it. I'll be done the quest. I get some glimmer, which is the game's currency as a result. That's basically it. Okay, so I just picked up a docking cap. Great. So I kill a bunch more of those. I get some more docking caps. Beyond just being able to wander around and explore, there's also special boss enemies. There are public events in which, so an example is, I just picked up an unidentified item, basically. Holy moly! Let's stay back for a second. There are special events. Kill this thing. Special events, bosses, areas that are far beyond your level and stuff, which I could show you a little bit. I'm smashed in the face. Show you a little bit of that stuff here. I'm just punching these guys, walking around. I don't know, I mean, frankly, I just sort of wanted to show you what it was like to go through and explore in exploration mode, and I wanted to show the size of it too, because a big concern that people had, and I was also concerned about it when I first played this game, but a big concern that people had was, how much of a corridor shooter is this, or is it at all open up? Is it more of like an MMO with an open world? And it's not a fully seamless open world, but as you can see here, there's definitely open parts to it. No questions about that. There are definitely open parts to it, and that's what this whole exploration mode is supposed to be. And I'm probably coming off as a broken record at this point, but you know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Get away from me. These are like the swarming type enemies. In fact, again, I think that's what their name is, the swarm. Something along those lines. I don't know, dudes. There's so many freaking... There's like 17 factions in this game. Multiple different enemy types. They're at war. In fact, I think down here there's a little event where the two enemy factions are fighting each other. I think that'll be right around this corner. You can find loot chests and pick up loot. Those will just sort of be... Well, they're not random. I think they are set spawn locations, but... You'll randomly find them basically as you wander across the world. Alright, there's someone behind me. Oh, shoot, 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 shoot. Alright, I don't want to walk in between both waves of fire, because there's actually, notice these two enemies fighting each other. So there's like the swarm dudes, which is this wizard. But he's real annoying, so I need to kill him. And then there's the fallen dudes, and those are those guys over here. Oh, they do look very similar though, don't they? They don't look that different. And let me show you an area. So down here's an area with crazy hard enemies that I am not supposed to... Ooh, another fallen ghost. Down here's an area with crazy hard enemies that I'm not supposed to encounter yet. So I just want to go show this to you, because first time I walked down here, I was like, that is terrifying, but also super awesome. All right, so right down here, I think we will see. And what this game does is it actually doesn't allow you to kill enemies that are certain... The grottos, okay? It doesn't allow you to kill, and see the double question mark? So if I shoot them, it says immune. So I literally can't do anything. And I'll get hit with a single volley here just to show you. Look, so you see, they'll kill you pretty fast. Okay, so he's level 20. You can see that up at the top. So he's level 20. I'm level 8. Level 20 is destroy level 8s. Plain and simple. Okay, so I think the last thing I want to show you is I'd like to try to show you like an area event, or more specifically, a boss. There's a variety of them sort of scattered throughout this Cosmodrome, Old Russia area. There's a few of them, but there's this one big sort of like a walking tank that's right back here. And every time I've gone there, he's been available because this area is sort of out of the way. I feel like a lot of people just don't come over here. So hopefully he's available right now because I'd like to just shoot him a couple of times. It takes a good 15 minutes to kill him. So I'm not gonna sit by yourself. It takes a good chunk of time because you have to avoid his big fires. So I'm not gonna sit here and fully kill him if he is there, but I'd like to at least show him to you. Yeah, so he's right back over here, and it looks like he is available right now. So here it is. Here's an example. This is like an outdoor boss, the Devil Walker, and you basically want to shoot at his legs, and you take out his legs one at a time. Eventually, he'll drop down, and you can sort of shoot a weak spot in his head. You know, very sort of standard FPS boss type things, you know. So I can shoot in between his legs there. You can see I get that crit damage, that 103, and I do that a bunch of times, and oh, gee, he does so much damage. Oh well, that. All right, guys. Well, I guess that'll do it. I think this has been a fairly good look at exploration mode. Just sort of walking around, showing you that there's a pretty massive area to check out in this, and that's really exciting. It's more than just a corridor shooter. I guess that's sort of the long and the short of this whole video. If I were to turn this long video into like a 5-second soundbite, it's that it's more than just a corridor shooter. This game does have open stuff. You can spend a lot of time just wandering around this area, and it's not, you know, it's decently sized, but I guess I'm okay with that under the assumption that there will be multiple of these types of areas when the final game is released. Like if this was the only open zone in the game, I would say this is trash, but I don't anticipate that to be the case. Obviously, this is just the low level stuff. I am just playing bad right now. I need to rest up. I don't even know. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. Once again, this has been Force, checking out exploration mode, walking you through it a little bit. Hopefully you enjoyed this look, and I also hope you have a fantastic day. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you later. Probably going to be some more Destiny coverage in the future, so stay tuned for that as well. Keep watching, and keep owning. I hate you.